Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our next topic under the unit of biological molecule is biological importance of water. And in this case, we are supposed to discuss about the biological and biologically important properties of water. Out of those properties, polarity, hydrolysis, specific heat, and water as solvent and reagent, its density, cohesion, ionization. So these are the subtopics which we are supposed to cover under this heading. So let's start with the proceedings. Uh, we are supposed to describe biologically important properties of water, and out of these, we will discuss all of these properties one by one. So biologically important properties of water, because life depends on water because of its special physical chemical characteristics which come from its polarity and hydrogen bonding. So its function as an all-purpose solvent, that is universal solvent, takes part in metabolic processes, regulates the temperature fluctuation of water bodies, and even terrestrial conditions, permits movement and support inside living things, and promote molecular interactions that are essential for the biological structure and operation. Number one is polarity. What is polar molecule? Because the oxygen atom carries a slight negative charge due to its high electronegativity, while the hydrogen atom carries slight positive charge because of its lesser electronegativity as compared to oxygen. So this uneven charge distribution allows water molecule to form hydrogen bonds with each other and with other polar or charged substances. So water's polarity underlies many of its unique biological roles, including solvent action and molecular interactions. So why it is polar? If we look at the structure of water, the bond between oxygen and two hydrogen atoms in water molecule is around 105.5 degree. And due to high electronegativity, oxygen most of the time retains the shared electron towards its center. So it is slightly and partially negative all the time. And because the hydrogen atoms, they are uh, sharing their electron, and those electrons tend to revolve around the oxygen, so they become slightly positive all the time. So this polarity is very important and meaningful in its functions. So first function, as the water is working as solvent and reagent. So if we look for its solvent property, water polarity makes it an excellent solvent for ionic and polar substances. The hydrophilic, such as salts, sugars, amino acids, and many biological macromolecules. It dissolves solutes to form solutions, enabling biochemical reactions to occur in aqueous environment and allowing the transport of nutrients and waste in organisms. So nutrients can move from one place to other place when they are being dissolved in water. So then comes the reagent property of water. Water directly participate as a reactant in many biologically important reactions, particularly hydrolysis. So we discuss hydrolysis first. Water is essential in hydrolysis reactions, mean the breakdown of complex molecules by adding water into its simpler constituents. So it helps separate larger molecule into smaller ones. For example, polysaccharides, when they get hydrolyzed, they give us monosaccharides. Proteins, amino acids. Lipids, they will give us glycerol and fatty acids. So that's why water is playing its crucial role in digestion as well as metabolism. And then comes the water property as a reactant itself. So water directly participate as a reactant in photosynthesis. For example, in photosynthesis, particularly in light-dependent reactions occurring in thylakoid membrane of chloroplast, water is split, that is photolysis, into electrons used to replace electron lost by chlorophyll in photosystem 2, first of all. Then protons contribute to proton gradient used for ATP synthesis. Then oxygen is released as a byproduct into atmosphere. So all these, what we say, the products, they are very important in photosynthesis reaction. The overall photosynthesis or the role of water in photosynthesis, the photolysis reaction can be summarized as 2 water molecule, 4 proton, 4 electron, and 1 oxygen molecule. So in photosynthesis, water act directly as a reactant by providing electron for electron transport chain, releasing oxygen as waste product, byproduct, and supplying proton for generating ATP. So this is why water is indispensable for photosynthesis process in plants, algae, and cyanobacteria. So we can summarize it in other ways, but right now it is not required. Specific heat. Water has high specific heat capacity, mean 4.2 joules per gram per degree centigrade. What does it mean? So we have to put in 4.2 joules energy if we want to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water from, for example, 14 degree to 15 degree centigrade. So for each degree, and if the quantity of water is 1 gram, we have to put 4.2 joules of energy. So this amount of energy is of some meaning. It absorbs or loses significant amount of heat with only small temperature change. So if it loses its temperature 1 degree centigrade, so it will release this amount of energy, and rest of the water will be of lesser temperature. It stabilizes internal temperature of organisms and external environment, providing thermal stability crucial for life. In case of water body, oceans, lakes, streams, rivers, this point is very important. Density and ice formation. Liquid water is denser than ice. So as water cools below 4 degrees centigrade, hydrogen bonds arranges molecule in a lattice, causing ice to expand and become less dense than liquid. So this property is unique because most of the liquids, when they become solid at at any temperature, at their particular temperature, so they become denser. But in case of water, it becomes different. The story is different because the ice is lighter than the liquid water, and due to its lattice structure, due to hydrogen bonding of water in ice, so ice floats insulating water below and allowing aquatic life to survive in winter. This property of water is unmatchable. Then comes the cohesion, adhesion, and surface tension. Cohesion, hydrogen bonds cause water molecules to stick together, enabling transport of water in all plants by transpiration pull, formation of droplets, and surface tension. So adhesion, water adhere to other polar surfaces, aiding capillary action, movement through narrow tubes like plant xylem and vessels. Xylem, obviously trachea and vessels. So surface tension, the cohesion forces create a skin on water surface. This is so-called skin, not exact skin. So allowing insect to walk on water and enabling droplets to form. So the certain, what we say, aquatic insects, they even walk over water due to this surface tension ability. Then comes the ionization. Water can ionize, so it will produce proton and hydroxyl ion. This provides source of protons for biochemical reactions and contribute to pH balance in living organisms. Many biologically important acids and bases exist in ionized form. For example, lactic acid will become lactate when it becomes the negative uh, cation, influencing enzyme activity and metabolic processes. So these properties of water makes it very, very good candidate for living organisms. And we know that most of the living matter consists of water due to these properties. So this is all about the water properties in present in and included in our syllabus. So I'll see you in next lesson. Till then, Allah Hafiz.